My hair looks I love this, like, burgundy color my hair turns into, but I really need to recolor it, and I'm gonna lose my burgundy color because it'll be more purple. But I love the purple too, but honestly, they make this color. So I could essentially, like, do this color. Now thinking about it, I could do that color. I could float between the 2, really. Hi, Amber. Hey, Cheaty. Hi, Beth, my birthday twin. Yes, I am very, very, very happy. A lot of people keep asking me about them, um, and making sure that like they're okay and stuff. So I figured I would come on and say hello. Hey, Bruce. Glad to hear everyone's okay. I know, me too. Me too, girl. Like for real, for real. Um, it's been kind of like hard, you know. I mean, they're in good spirits. I'm glad they are okay. I feel so bad for them. I know I do too. I do. You know, honestly, like I feel really bad that my friends lost all their stuff and they lost the house. They lost all that stuff, but they didn't lose their lives. So that's what's like most important. They lost the cats. I don't want to start crying because I feel like I'm gonna cry every time I talk about it. I start to cry because like I'm happy that they're okay, but then like, it like really hit me that I almost lost my friends, and that really fucked me up yesterday. That like really fucked me up. So I don't want to start crying. But that was like really, 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 really hard. After like realizing that they were okay and they were fine, um, I was obviously like extremely relieved. Um, but then like on the other hand, I was like freaking out a little bit though too because I literally thought to myself like, "Oh my god, I almost just lost my 3 best friends." You know? So that kind of like threw me for a loop like big time, you know? Um speaking of the devils, let me turn my notifications down on my MacBook. Um I wanted a small snip or I think you meant watch a small snip of Jen's live. How did the smoke detectors not go off? Hey Vivian. I'm not sure how the smoke detectors didn't go off. I don't definitively know the answer. Um, but their the smoke detectors did not go off. Their house was on fire for uh, the fire marshal or the investigator said it was about 20 to 30 minutes before they even realized. Yeah, she did say that they were painted over. I believe that they painted the house before Jen moved in. And that realty company is shoddy as hell. There's been a lot going on with that realty company. Um, so yeah, it's a lot, but literally my friends almost lost their lives. And thank God they were awake because had they not been awake, they probably would have just been sleeping and breathed in enough carbon monoxide to kill them. Had the guys uh not staying there with Jen, Jen would not have woken up from that. Jen is a very solid sleeper. So was her dog, Yogi. Um, she wouldn't have woken up. And then even if she would have woken up, the a fireplace, the chimney collapsed um, and blocked the door, and she's up on the second level. So she would literally have to take her like 90-pound dog who has hip issues and who's had surgeries and throw him out the second story balcony so they didn't die. And she ain't gonna leave that dog for nothing. um, I don't. I just don't even want to think about like that at all. Um, yeah, I mean, it. It's suspected that apparently it started with an air conditioner. The house is very large and there's multiple air conditioners. Hi, Guadalupe. Um, there's multiple air conditioners in the house. And they said that one of them went up and no idea why. Um, but it's just really scary. Yeah, it's a huge house. There's very tall ceilings. There is a very huge attic. At first, it was all of the roof. The whole entire second story is gone. It's just gone. And it's, I kind of felt like a little bit of an asshole, like because I was there the whole entire summer with them. The dogs are okay, but Nick did lose his two cats. Um, which is fucking heartbreaking. Um, sorry, it's upsetting. Um, but I was there the whole entire summer with them, and I just think to myself, like, literally, like, we all just had COVID, right? And I was fucking downing so much NyQuil at night to sleep. And if we were all sleeping, we wouldn't have woken up from that. The room that my son was in is gone. It's gone. And that fucking kills me to think about, like, I could have been there with my kid. Um the room that I was staying in is completely gone. Jen's room is completely gone. Um it's really, really, really hard, and it's really, really, really scary. And like I said, I think what really, really, really messed me up yesterday was thinking that my friends could have been gone. I was happy that they were okay, but then, like, all those what if questions, like, what if this wouldn't happen, or what if that, and all that kind of stuff, like, um so it's just really, really, really hard. Hi, Vanessa. I'm so sorry to hear about her house. Sending prayers. Thank you so much, Kathy. I honestly, like, they're in very good spirits about it. Like, everyone's just so thankful that they're okay. Um, things can be replaced. They have insurance. Um, I, I just think, like, it's just so sad, and seeing all the pictures of everything, like, completely gone. Like, there's so many good memories in that house, and um it was just such a good house where so many people would come and hang out, and Jen would always let people stay in her house. Um ungrateful bitches that slept on a very, very, very nice couch and claimed it was a dog bed because she's a dumb fucking spoiled entitled cunt. But that's another story. Um, but I mean, honestly, like, it just sucks. But the silver lining to everything is that they're okay. No one got hurt. Things can be replaced. The worst part is that the two cats, the animals didn't make it. I know that they tried to go back into the house to get the cats, and by the time they did, the fire department, Jen said the fire department was there in, like, not even a minute. And by the time they tried to go back in and get the cats, they wouldn't let them do it. Which really sucks. Really, really fucking sucks. But I understand, in the grand scheme of things, they can't let them go back in and risk losing a person over a cat. And I hate to be that blunt and honest about it, but just realistic. Hey, Cher, how you doing? Um, I know that Nick's mom's ashes are still okay. Um, I'm not exactly sure what else he has at his mom's at the house. I don't really think he has much of his mom's stuff at the house, to be honest with you. I think most of the stuff that is his mom's is in storage. So I don't really think that anything of his mom's was at the house. Um, other than the ashes. I do know that he had the ashes there. Thank you for the stars, Terry. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Is Facebook glitching? Oh no, I'm sorry. What is it doing? I don't even know. um but definitely like I cannot imagine like losing everything, you know? Well thank God he still has her ashes and even more so that they are okay. Yeah, exactly. Like, what's most important is that they're okay. Um, what's crazy to me is like at first, the whole entire house wasn't on fire at first. It was just like a little bit. It was contained to like the attic. And then the fire department thought they had it out. And then it just erupted again. And then the fire department thought they had it out. It erupted again. It just kept happening over and over and over. It's cutting you off and it's going in and out. Oh, goodness gracious. I can't get a break sometimes. Hopefully it'll kind of like even out. Maybe reload the page. Maybe that might help. I'm not sure. How is my camera here on the YouTube side now? I changed to a different Wi-Fi that has like a stronger router. So is it still pixelated over here on my YouTube side? I know that there's been issues with my camera. I didn't even turn all my stuff on or anything like that. Um so yeah, it's just been hard. Low resolution. I don't know what I'm just like I don't know what the fuck to do then. Ooh, I just burped, excuse me. It's still pixelated. I the only other thing I can think of is to call my internet provider and maybe see if I could bump up my internet, but it shouldn't be doing that. That's just that's the only other option I can think of because it shouldn't be doing that. Um what was I going to say? I can't think. Bruce, I did check it the other day. Let me see what I'm gonna do the internet um speed test again. And maybe you guys can tell me if it's good. The camera that I have is like a $200 Logitech 4K, like really good camera. I know the settings are okay. Like when I was at Nick and Dustin and Jen's house for the summer, and I was doing lives, like it was fine. I don't think it was pixelated there at all. Okay, let me do the speed test real quick. Um, gotta ask you like a million questions. Oh, my internet is going extremely fucking slow right now. That's not good. Let's see what it says. Okay, so the download speed was only 129, and normally it's about 200. And the upload speed just said it was 25. So that's definitely slower than it normally is. It was pixelated at Jen's house too. I thought it wasn't. It should still be enough. I don't even know. I, like, don't even know. I have no idea. I don't know if it's settings on the camera. I don't know. Like on my end, like how I see myself, it looks crystal clear. But then when I go back and watch, it doesn't. I didn't go back and look at any of the lives really much from when I was there. Recommended for YouTube streaming is 5 for the most part. 5 what? I'm not I'm not tech savvy. This can the speed doesn't scream pixelation. It's gotta be camera settings with the internet. It could be. Oh, 5 meg okay, I know what you mean now. Maybe it's a hardware issue. I don't know, I don't know. I mean, this camera should not be acting a fool like this. My drivers? I don't know about that stuff. I don't know. I don't know about drivers. I don't know about any of this stuff. Hi, cat. Um, it's just been like a hard couple days. Drivers might need to be updated. How would I even find that? What would I even Google? What would I look for? What the fuck do I do? Help me. Hi, are you going to do questions today? I thought about doing readings today. Yeah, I'll have to ask Dustin maybe about it. Dustin's really good with that kind of stuff. Haha, it could be your video driver. If you're a Windows computer, I can find you a step by step. Okay. This is a Windows on this one. This is I have a MSI laptop here. And then over here I have my MacBook and I'm on my Facebook as well on my MacBook and I don't have any issues with the outside, but the camera is really, really, really good. Like it shouldn't be doing this at all. Like at all. Driver easy and it's really simple. Okay. You'll have to like if you can like private message me on one of my socials like that because I have no I'm not tech savvy at all. I'm technologically backwards. Thank you, Amber. I appreciate it. Thank you. Oh, I did add I had a few people ask about my Amazon wish list thing because my son's school they're doing they're trying to do hi shy they're trying to do like what you call it like I guess technically it would be considered like treasure box or whatever for good behavior and stuff like at the end of the week they have and the school they have like this thing that's like school wide um and it's for high tortuga it's for like good incentive good behavior like all that kind of stuff so they were asking a lot of people to donate like certain like little prize things and like candy, like little tchotchke, like little toy things for kids. And I added some to my Amazon wish list. I don't have the link to it. My mods have the link to it. I don't think I have any mods in here except for Cheaty. Cheaty's a mod. Cheaty, do you have my link by any case? Oh, Nat B's in here too. If you guys have the link by any chance, if you could share it, I would appreciate it. Um, I no pressure, just people were asking me about it, so I figured I would put it out there. Um, what else? I can't think right now. um, I was gonna tell you guys something else, and I completely fucking forgot. I completely forgot. I don't have the link to the list. Okay, I have it like on here. Let me see. I know I have it, but I forgot how to share it. It's so weird. Okay, so if I go on Amazon and I go to lists, guys, when I tell you I'm not technical like savvy, like I suck at this. Like I'm not a tech person. I'm not a techie. I'm a foodie. I like to eat. I'm fat. Hi, I'm Vanessa. I like to eat. I always have snacks wherever I am. Here's some combos. I like snacks. I like to have drinks. This is only tea. It's diet tea. It's not alcohol. Fun fact about me, I barely ever drink. God. The last time I had a drink was probably in like November of last year. Mukbangs with Vanessa. Go to the three dots in the upper corner and hit share. Okay. Three dots in the upper corner. It says invite to list, manage list, add, search, show, sort, and delete. It doesn't give me a share option. It does not give me a share option. Shish kebab. I'm trying to share my list. View list. Okay, wait. I'm on the list. Oh, wait. Let me go to the three lines. Will that help? No. That does not help. That did not help. I feel like I've done this before. I don't know how to get to your wish list. Hit invite and view only. Oh, okay. Okay. Invite to list. View only. Oh, you got it. You got it, Cheaty. Or wait, was it Cheaty? Wait, who said it? Oh, Shy. Shy did it. Shy is the winner for tonight. Okay. Copy link. Copy. Okay, I'm going to send it. Cheaty, I was just literally talking to you. I'm going to send it to you on Instagram real quick. Is that okay? I'm going to send it to you. Oh, I just got your messages, by the way. Now that I see it. Oh my God. Shy, you are the winner for today. There you go. Okay, I'm mostly my YouTube people were asking for my son's school. I have an Amazon wish list that people asked me to make over the summer because I wasn't here for my birthday. So, because my birthday was May 26th, I was in Texas and people wanted to get me things for my birthday. And I told them it wasn't necessary. And they bullied me into making an Amazon wish list. So I was like, okay, fuck it. I'll make an Amazon wish list. And I really don't have all that much on there. And I started talking about things for my son's school the other day. So I added it to my Amazon wish list. So no pressure if you were one of those people that were asking, because I don't exactly remember who. But if you were one of those people, I'm going to comment it over here on my Facebook side too. And then I'll pin it real quick. So, okay. Well, Shy, thank you so much for helping figure that out. Okay, there it is. Now it's on my Facebook side too, and I will pin it. So if you feel ever so inclined, okay, let me pin it. Thank you, Cheaty. I appreciate it. Love you. If you feel ever so inclined to help out the little children, help out the kids, um, I I try to help as much as I can. Single mom here, deadbeat baby daddy, no child support. Uh, I did buy extra. They had like this wish list thing at the Meet the Teacher, and I always buy extra school supplies because I always noticed. Hold on, let me turn my fan on real quick. I always noticed with like, excuse me, with my older ex stepkids that I used to have, um, I always bought school supplies, but I'd always noticed that not all the kids had all the school supplies. So I was always the mom where, if they would ask for 2 packs of crayons, I would buy 4 to 6, you know? Most of the time, especially when you have younger kids, the school supplies are not that expensive. The supplies in general is not where it hurts your piggy bank, you know, or your bank account. It's buying the shoes, buying the clothes. And I have a 10-year-old son, and that child grew like a weed over the summer. His feet, he fits in my shoes now. Um, I wear like a size 8.5, and he fits in my shoes. Teachers appreciate that so much. I used to spend thousands for my classes. Oh, yes. I mean, honestly, like the am- the amount of money that teachers use of their own money to provide for the kids in their class is astronomical. And you think about it, like they have like 15 to 20 kids in the classroom that they're buying for. And I think of it this way. I um I get free childcare for about 7 hours a day while they're teaching my kid, while these people are protecting my child, taking care of my child, influencing and helping mold and shape my child into a good person and good human being. And listen, if you want some sanitizer and some extra paper towels, I'm going to get it for you. You want some extra expo markers because, you know, whatever, I'm going to get it for you. You need some more, you need some Ziploc bags and some elbow macaroni for a project, girl, I'm your girl. Like, I will help you in any way that I can, you know. You should put your Amazon wish list in your about section also. That way it would be easy to grab. Oh, I could do that. You mean like on my um you mean like on my YouTube, like the information? Hey, how have you been? Hey, Gonzo. I'm okay. I'm doing good. How are you, my dear? Printer paper. Yes, I did buy extra printer paper. Um I bought an extra printer paper for because they always ask for like a ream or two of printer paper. So I did that. I bought extra sanitizer, and I went to listen, I went to the Dollar Tree, guys. I'm balling on a budget, right? So I went to the Dollar Tree and I bought they have like the regular size, you know, stuff at the Dollar Tree. So I bought all this sanitizers at the Dollar Tree. I bought a whole bunch of at Walmart, they actually had on sale the smaller tubes of like 85 wipes. And they had them on sale for $1.08. So I grabbed like 5 extra of those. I grabbed extra tissues, like stuff like that. Like I mean, tissues are like $1, you know, or like 98 cents for like the store, the Great Value brand or whatever. Like um so I tried to do my part, you know, and add a lot. Hi from the hospital. Oh no, you're in the hospital. It's been rough. I'm so scared. I hope you're having a great night. Oh my god, Bridget, I don't want to ask you what's wrong, but you said you were scared, so I feel really bad. I hope you're okay. If you need a vent, girl, you can vent. Vent, feel free to vent. You have a lot of support. I hope you're okay. Good vibes and prayers your way. You can always private message me too if you just need to talk. You can always private message me. I always message people back. People will like say to me all the time like, "Oh my god, I can't believe you messaged me back." And I'm like, "Why? I'm just like you guys. I'm normal. I fart too." you know? But I guess people like I don't know, it's weird. I guess people like I I technically was told that I have fans, and I'm like, "No, I have friends. Like, you guys are my friends. You guys aren't my fans." Yes, on my page. Okay, I'll do that. Yeah, definitely tissue. Brother in town, been busy with him. Oh, awesome. Yes, I always message back. Gonzo will message me and he'll like, "Are you going live tonight? Are you going live tonight?" I'm like, "Not tonight." I'm like, "Yes, tonight." Um, so yes, I always message people back. So please feel free to message me. But so on my Amazon wish list, I should add more things because people ask me to People ask me to make a PO box all the time, and I haven't done it because those PO boxes are fucking expensive. Like it's like fucking $50 for like 3 months, and I'm like, oh, I really don't want to do that. I really don't want to do that. But um I did make the Amazon wish list. I do need to add some more things to it because people ask me about it all the time. So I did add some things on there as far as like little gift things for the treasure box thing. It's my son's science teacher specifically that is coordinating all of it. And she was asking for like small little things, and like you can never go wrong giving kids a piece of candy or something. Um, Oh, thank you so much, Shy. I was trying to think of like little small things that I could add on in the Amazon wish list that like 10-year-old kids would like find cool. So I put like little bracelets, little keychains. Thank you so much, Shy. I appreciate it. Thank you. Um, Elegant. Uh, it's a long story. But I wish her nothing but the best. I hope she's doing well. But thank you so much, Shy. Thank you. The kids will love it. Honestly, the only thing I good, I'm glad Dee is okay. The only thing I can think of was like I was thinking of like things that could go in a piñata, but like were like kind of a little bit cooler because the kids are a little older. And I was like, okay, I know that kids all the time, they always have those little keychains on their backpack or those little pop-it thingies, or like a cool little bracelet, or there's bags of candy on there. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Thank you so much. Oh, on top of everything else, they think I could be bleeding internally somewhere. Oh my goodness. One time I actually had I had an ectopic pregnancy, and my which means when you're pregnant your baby gets stuck in your fallopian tube, and it was in my right fallopian tube. And they gave me 2 shots to dissolve the pregnancy, and it didn't work, and my right fallopian tube ruptured, and I was bleeding internally, and it was not fun. And then I found out after I had to have emergency surgery, they removed I don't have a right fallopian tube. They removed my right fallopian tube, and, I found out after the fact that like 3 out of 10 women actually die from something like that. And I was like, "Oh wow." Honestly, I was like really having a hard time. And I remember my friend Frances, who I used to work with, she called me one day, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And I said, "Oh, I'm at the house. I'm still recovering." And she's like, "Are you still like feeling down in the dumps?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Well, I'm at the ice cream store down the road, and I'm gonna bring you some ice cream." And I'm like, "Okay, I love ice cream." Because I'm fat, bitch. I love ice cream. So, and we used to go get ice cream together all the time. She's like, "I already know what you want." And I'm like, "Okay." So she came over and she brought ice cream, and she's like, she looked at me, she goes, "Bitch." She goes, I'm gonna be real with you." And I was like, "Okay." She's like, "Do you realize that women die from this all the time?" And I was like, "I didn't know until after the doctor told me after I was out of surgery and stuff." And she goes, "You need to snap out of it." She goes, "You are here, you're alive." She goes, "You're 21 years old, you're young, you have your whole life ahead of you." She goes, she told me, she goes, "Be upset for the rest of the day." Because I was supposed to go to work the next day. And I was telling her, I was like, "I don't know if I want to go to work," and blah, blah, blah. And she goes, "Be upset for the rest of the day." And she goes, "After today, you got to stop being upset." She goes, "You need to think of it the other way around. Like you're here, you're okay." And I was like, and it hit me. It like really hit me when she said that. She's like, and I was like, "You're right." And I'm sitting there, I'm eating my ice cream, and I'm like, "You're right." I was like, "It sucks." And I took it to heart. Um, but she was absolutely right. And she's like, "So what? You don't have a right fallopian tube, but girl, you got a left." And She goes, you can still have a baby one day when you want to. And she was right. I got Mason about a year and a half later. I ended up with Mason. So actually, yeah, actually about like 13, 14 months later, I was pregnant with Mason. And Mason was not planned. I was actually on the depot shot when I got pregnant with Mason. And yeah. And I was on birth control when I got pregnant with the pregnancy that ended up to be an ectopic pregnancy. Birth control and me do we are like oil and water, we don't mix. Um my mom got little notepads with pencils or colored. Oh, that's a good idea too. Thank you, Shy. I appreciate it. I've actually lost quite a few pregnancies. Um so yeah, I've been through it a lot with pregnancies. I had an ectopic pregnancy. It was so hard because I never got pregnant again. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. It's really, really, really hard. As women, we got to push for medical care. It blows. Yeah, you're not fat. You're fluffy. I know I am fluffy. I'm not fat. I'm fluffy. Damn it. Well, I had an ectopic when I was 21 too. Yeah, same girl. My daughter is a pill baby. You're such an amazing mom. Thank you. I listen, I always tell people all the time, like, you can call me a bitch, you can call me whatever the hell you want, but no one can ever say I'm not a great fucking mom. That is one thing I will toot my fucking horn about all day long. I'm a phenomenal fucking mother. I'm a great fucking mom. I mean, anybody that knows my kid, I have a phenomenal fucking child. I mean, every parent thinks that their kid is like special, but I promise you, Mason truly fucking is. Um, like if I took you to my kitchen right now, I make him breakfast in the morning, like a hot breakfast in the morning when he wants me to, which is probably about 3 times a week. But he likes to do his own little thing, like have a Pop Tart every now and then, and he has on the counter, he has his cup ready, his spoon, his Nesquik for where he makes his chocolate milk. He has his Pop Tarts ready. His room is always clean. He is the most well behaved angel of a child that you will ever. Oh, this see, talk about my kid that makes me want to cry. Um, he is so well behaved. My friends love him because he's such a good freaking kid. You know, he's just the fucking best. And, like, for example, like I told him what happened at the house and everything and how it burned down and stuff. And the first thing he was asking, he's like, Is everyone okay? Is everyone okay? Is the animals okay?" And I told him, that they were okay, but the two cats didn't make it. And he's like, "I'm so sorry, Mom." He goes, "They're angels now." And he messaged Jen, and he sent her a text message, and he's like, "I'm so glad you're okay. Like, the cats are now angels and stuff." And he texted Nick and Dustin and said the same thing. Like, "I'm so glad that you guys are okay. I'm so sorry." Ugh, it makes me want to cry. I'm emotional today, guys. It's that time of the month too. So I think I'm just extra emotional today. I'm extra fucking emotional. Um so I Mason also asked me, like, when he got home from school yesterday, I picked him up and he's like, "Is everyone still okay?" And I said, "Yeah, baby, they're still okay." And he's like, "Okay." So we're driving home from school and he's like, he's like, "Can I take money out of my piggy bank and buy something for them for the house that they lost?" And I said, "Baby," I said, "as nice as that is," and I said, "and you are the sweetest soul." I said, "They don't have nowhere to put it, honey." um, and he goes, "Oh, I didn't think about that." And I just, I had a little laugh about it, but his heart was in the right place. And he's like, "Well," he's like, "whatever they need, if I can buy them something at Walmart or something," because he even said, he's like, "They don't even have any clothes." And I said, "You're right, they don't." And I said, "Don't worry." I said, "We'll take care of it." And I said, I'm sure they're getting stuff and everything." And he's like, He's the sweetest freaking kid. Like, even he wanted to try to help, and I mean, he loves it. Jen is that's his uh Jen only allows one she's only grand to one person, and one, or not a person, her dog, that she loves more than anything in the world, but that that is Mason's gran. So Mason is the only child that is allowed to call her gran. And he's the sweetest person. He's the sweetest kid. He's just so good, and he's always very kind and always wants to do the right thing. um Let me see, I saw your message there. I just want them to find out what it is or where it is. I'm feeling so alone. My family is not treating me right. I'm so sorry. I almost died twice in 1 month, a collapsed lung, and so much more. I've had unsolved GI bleeds and infected kidney since July 12th. Oh my God, Bridget, I'm so sorry that you're going through this. Like, for real. My heart just totally goes out to you. And I hope that they figure everything out. And like I said, listen, if you're up or you're bored or you need someone to talk to or someone to tell you a dirty joke and make you laugh, like, or send you a funny meme, I'm your girl. I can't do much to help you as far as medical stuff, but I can help entertain. I can help entertain. That's one thing I can do. Oh, hey Tammy, I miss you too. Tammy knows Mason, and Tammy says Mason is so sweet. You're a great mom, and sent me 5 hearts. Thank you, Tammy. Love you so much. Oh, thank you, Kathy. Yeah, he is like the sweetest kid. Like, he's just so well behaved. You guys have seen him so many times. Like, and honestly, he takes care of me. He he'll ask me like, "Oh, do you want anything to eat? Do you want anything to drink?" Sometimes he'll like, it was cute. He's done this since he was little. He's always picked me flowers since he was like a little boy. He was probably like 3 or 4 years old. He's always picked me flowers. I'll tell you what, the girl or boy or whoever he chooses to be with, the person that ends up with my son, you're fucking welcome. I'm just going to tell that little future child now, you're fucking welcome. Because he's going to be a great fucking husband one day. He is a great fucking kid. Like, for real. Um, my daughter is okay, I read that one. I'm not short. I'm low to the ground for speed. That is true. You know what? I used to so the cop that I used to see, like when I lived in Orlando still, he used to tell me that I was fun size. Because I'm 5'3" and he was like 6'1". He's like he used to pet me on the head when we would be together and stuff like that, and he would pet me on the head. He goes, "You're fun size." He goes, "You're little baby, you're fun size." He goes, "You're a little baby." He is so sweet. He really is, guys. Like, I know that everyone brags about their kids, but like Mason is like, he's so helpful. He takes care of me. He's such a good young man. He like, even Jen the other, like, not the other day, but like Jen was saying a couple weeks ago, she's like, "Yeah, I was taking out the trash, and before I even knew it, I turned around and here's Mason refilling the trash bags and stuff like that." And he's so helpful. I'll go out and mow the yard and he'll pull weeds and he doesn't complain. um the if the cat's food and water is getting low, he goes and checks for it. Like, he's very responsible. He'll go and check for it. His room is immaculate. He's very self-sufficient. Um if the trash is getting full, he'll take it out. He remembers to take the trash and the recycling to the curb more than I ever fucking did. And he'll remind me, he's like, "Oh mom," he's like, "We're coming home from school, and trash goes out actually Wednesday nights, trash needs to go out, right?" And he'll always tell me, he goes, "Oh mom, it's Wednesday, it's trash night." And I'm like, "Oh shit, it is." And he goes, "I'll go take care of it, don't worry." And I'm like, "Okay." I hate the trash. I hate the trash. Um, Side note, if you guys look on my Amazon wish list, Side note, that's pinned in the comments. The Jaws poster is for Mason. It's not for me. He loves sharks. So the Jaws poster is for Mason. Someone asked me about it. They're like, why do you want a Jaws poster? And I'm like, I don't. It's for Mason. I do need to add some more stuff on there for Mason because people have been asking me to make sure that I put stuff on there for Mason too. So I will. I need to add more things. He doesn't ask for anything. He asks for nothing. Like you could take him to the store and you could take him the whole entire ice cream aisle and be like, Mason, pick whatever you want. And he's like, I'm okay. I have popsicles at home. And he's like, I don't need anything. Like he's like best fucking kid. I told him I'll save up and get one. He wants an Oculus and they're like $300. So I told him, I said, listen, I just paid the rent. I just had your back to school stuff. Like give me a minute. Let me save up and I'll get you one. Just be patient with me. He's like, okay, no problem. He loves that Beat Saber game. And it's kind of like Guitar Hero, if you guys remember like the old school like Rock Band or Guitar Hero, but it's like with what are those things? Lightsabers. And you like hit it and go all these different directions. It is a fucking workout. I did one damn song and my arms were hurting. I was out of breath. And I've seen Mason do it and he's like doing it. And I'm like, you know what? It's good exercise. I'll give him that. It's good exercise. Thank you so much. That would be great. I could use some jokes right about now. Love you, Miss Vanessa. Well, thank you, Bridget. The only joke I remember off the top of my head. Oh, I don't even. Oh, fuck, I forgot it now. I have funny memes. I have some funny memes. If you want to send me a private message to like any one of my socials and just say hi, I'm good with memes or funny TikToks. I love sending funny TikToks. Hi Erica, hi Michelle. He is an old soul, like 100%. I tell my short friends they are pocket size. Oh my god, that's true. You're 5'9", so you would be a giant. Well, not a giant, but I'd be like, hi. What's funny is that like Nick and I have been best friends since we were like 12, right? And God, which is 22 years. This year makes 22 fucking years we've been best friends. And Nick is 6'3" and I'm 5'3" on a good day. And I'm like, him and I always next to each other. We were like this. I'd be down here and he's all the way up here. You do realize, Vanessa, he is a super great kid because of you. Oh, thank you. So any person who he becomes involved with should say thank you to you. Hell yeah, girl. Hell yeah. They should. Would I consider doing a GoFundMe for his Oculus? I have one and love it. I don't know if I could, in good conscience, do a GoFundMe for an Oculus for him, to be honest with you. I mean, if people wanted to chip in to help, I wouldn't deny it, just only because it's for Mason. But to do a GoFundMe, like a literal GoFundMe for an Oculus, I don't know if I don't know if I could do that. Yeah. But he loves the Oculus. You like to do the Beat Saber too? That's the only thing that I'd ever done with the Oculus is I saw the Beat Saber. But he said that there's this app because Dustin was telling him about it. He was walking around, like you can go see anywhere. I want to go see the pyramids. Like I thought that was cool. It's like a Google Earth thing. Like you can see pyramids and shit. Um, and then there's this other game that's I think it's called like Bar Fight, which is or something like that, which is kind of weird. And you can like hit people with things or hit their like little characters. And he said that people would just go in there and they all start whacking each other. And it was the funniest thing in the world. I get kind of excited to look up at people. I'm always looking down. You know what's so weird? I didn't think of this until I was at the store with Nick one time. We were in Target. And when I'm looking at things, right? All of the shirts and the clothes and everything is pretty much at my level, right? It's right there for me to see. But I was standing next to him and we were looking at clothes and he's like looking down like this. And I'm like, bitch, your neck must hurt. I was like, that's gotta fucking hurt. You're like looking down at everything, like clothes and all kind of stuff. I'm like, I'm so used to things being at eye level. I never thought of that. It just never dawned on me that way. I just thought it was funny. I love it as a workout. Yes, it is a workout. It is a workout. So I told Mason, I was like, I said, just give me some time. I'll get you one of those Oculus things. They're like 300 freaking dollars. So I was like, just be patient with me. I'll get you one eventually. Um, but he loves that thing. He absolutely loves that thing. He was using Dustin's like crazy when we were at the house. Um, yep, you can message me, Bridget. Feel free. Michelle. Hi, Michelle. I saved your video last time and watched my card reading, and it is 100,000% accurate. Thank you so much. Much needed. You're welcome, Michelle. Thank you. I really take to heart the readings that I do for you guys, and I want to give you guys, um, I want to give you guys anything and everything that I pick up. I want to give you guys like, the most bang for your buck. I want to give you guys a good experience. Sorry, I got it like itchy spot. I want to I want to be helpful to you guys. I take what I do very seriously. I'm very thankful for my gifts that I do have. I love to be able to share them. I love to be able to do it for a living. If I could do it for free for everybody and like not have to and get money from other sources, then I would do it for free for everybody. Like I just want to help everybody. I can't because again, it's what I do for a living, but I I'm so thankful to be able to do this for people and to be able to share my gifts with people. And I treat what I do, like I said, very seriously. I try to be humble about it. I don't think that I'm special, even though technically am I special, I guess, sure, but I don't feel special. I'm not better than anybody else here. I put my pants on one leg at a time too. Um, I I don't think that I'm better than anybody. Um I just think I'm normal. What kind of readings tonight? I don't know if I'm going to do readings tonight. Um yes, I'm so glad they're okay too. I'm not sure if you guys are wanting readings tonight or not. I will for sure probably do them to not probably. I will for sure do readings tomorrow. I have a podcast that I'm going to go on tomorrow, and then after the podcast, I'm going to do readings. So I will for sure do readings tomorrow. For sure, for sure. Um what else? I don't know. I think I think my heart is just not in it right now. I did work today. I did get through those readings today, but I just don't think my heart's like in it right this second. Um I've been like a little stressed, you know. But with everything that happened to my friends and everything like that. Like granted it didn't happen to me, but it just I feel horrible. I feel absolutely fucking horrible, because I want to be there for my friends. I wish that I lived closer and I would be like, just come to my house, just come to my house. Um I wish that I could do more, but it's really hard. And then I feel shitty because like I'm sitting here. But I'm trying to do what I can for them. Um I'm just that's all I really can do, is just try. But I'm probably not going to do readings tonight, Gonzo, but for sure tomorrow. So as far as like readings for tomorrow, should I do questions, maybe do relationship reading or career or something like that? People lately have really been liking doing the $20 readings where I do cards and like I let you ask me a couple questions and I look for that in cards and you know talk about what I'm picking up and stuff. Have you thought about moving, or is that too much at the moment? I can't move. Technically, I cannot move right now. Um, I I my son's father lives in Orlando still. I use the term father. I should morally call him a sperm donor. He has not contacted Mason in a month and a half. So he's more just a sperm donor. He has not asked to see Mason. He has not seen Mason since after Christmas. Um, yeah. So technically, I can't leave Florida because of him. Because he's entitled to see Mason, which he is, but he does not exercise those rights to do so. Um, yeah. Nor does he, pay his child support or anything like that. Yeah. No, he doesn't do that either. The funny part is that apparently he has another baby on the way that's due next month. Good luck with that. If I had a reading, I'd want to know if I'll ever be happy with my life. Well, that's that's a hard question. And only because there's so many different aspects of our lives, and there could be certain aspects that you could be um not happy with, and then other aspects that you could be happy with. So it's a very difficult question. I guess more if you wanted to like really break it down, you would have to be more specific and say like, will I ever be fulfilled or happier or joyous about a relationship? Or will I ever be happy or fulfilled with a career? Or, something like that. So it's kind of like a loaded question. She has and got zero. I'm not sure. Where's the question? I'm not seeing Brittany's comment. What was am I missing it? Or did someone delete it? Brittany Vincent, she has and got zero. I don't even see Brittany's comment. Are you guys seeing Brittany's comment? I don't see a Brittany's comment at all. I don't have anybody blocked. Does Brittany got me blocked? What the hell? I literally went off on a tangent. I think that you're referring to probably my ex-husband. I literally paid $5,000, which was not easy. I've paid $5,000 to get a divorce and do child custody and stuff like that. And what really sucks, and I don't want to go off on a tangent about him again. Not only does he not pay his child support, he makes quadruple of what he claims to make for his pay. I thought it was just double. It's quadruple. I'm sorry, no. It's not quadruple, it's triple. It's triple. I'm sorry, it's triple. He makes triple of the income that he claimed to make. Yeah, triple. 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 Oh, she said to bring his butt to court. Okay. Yeah, I tried. I tried. I just, in order to continue to fight him, I have to pay more to my attorney, and I just can't. I can't. She's not asking for another 5,000. She asked for another 3,500 for a retainer. I can't. I can't. So yeah, so he gets to. You know what really fucking kills me about this whole entire thing is that we have a parenting contract, and he gets to not pay his child support. He gets to not pay his back child support because he has not given me a penny a fucking penny from Mason since September of 2019. Okay. So he doesn't have to pay his child support. He doesn't have to pay his, or no, he has to pay it, but he gets away with not paying it. So no child support, or he doesn't pay his child support. He doesn't pay his back child support. He doesn't see his son. He doesn't contact his son. Now, Mason has his own iPad. Mason has his own iPad with his own data plan. I have it through our cell phone carrier. I pay for that shit. Me, this girl right here. I pay for it. And he can't even send him a fucking text. Can't even send him a text. It's just crazy to me that he can do everything fucking wrong. And even when he does everything fucking wrong, he can still get away with it. It's okay. And even my attorney told me straight up, she goes, Vanessa, they're going to allow him to keep continuing to mess up and 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 mess up before they ever do anything about it. Because that's just how Florida is. And I was like, oh, great. And then I didn't say it to her because my attorney has been wonderful, but I'm just sitting here thinking to myself, I paid $5,000 and have nothing to show for it. What the fuck did I do that for? Lose his driver's license in Florida. He can lose that stuff, but he has to be a certain amount of days and a certain amount of monetary amount behind on his child support before they will even do anything about it. So it has to be 4 to 6 months consistent no payment, and or like $6,500 in back child support. They will take it out of his paycheck, but it takes 4 to 6 months to even get that established right now. So it's, and even then he has to sign it or sign off on it and all that kind of stuff. He has to participate in allowing that to happen. So what the fuck? So what do I do? What the fuck do I have to show for it? $5,000 for what? For what? For him to still be able to be a piece of shit deadbeat? Okay. But you know what really fucking kills me out of every fucking thing? This fucking pisses me off more than anything. Like, it really makes me want to fucking beat my head against a wall. I do everything fucking right and he does everything fucking wrong. He does do one thing correct. But if I were to deny him seeing his child and deny him visitation, which I have never fucking once done ever, even when we had no parenting contract, if I were to ever fucking deny him visitation, I would get fucking nailed to the goddamn fucking cross. Literally, I would have the book thrown at me. That is the most cardinal fucking sin in child custody. He doesn't even treat our kid good. He doesn't take care of him. He doesn't take care of our child. He doesn't care about our son. He doesn't provide for him. He doesn't treat him nicely. He talks to him like complete shit. He doesn't protect him from his horrible family that treats Mason like shit. They talk badly about me. They all literally sat around a fucking campfire in December. And it was my ex's new girlfriend, my ex's parents, so my ex in-laws, and my 2 ex stepkids, right? And then Mason. And he said that they were all sitting around a campfire, and Mason does not speak up. Mason is, well, he'll speak up, but he doesn't get in trouble. He doesn't backtalk. He doesn't anything like that. Like, he really just doesn't. And Mason told me that they were sitting all around a campfire, and they were talking about how bad of a mother I am. I'm a bad mother. I have single-handedly raised, supported, nurtured, taken care of, loved. uh, I fucking did that. Mason is good because he's the complete opposite of his fucking father, and I taught him to be a good young man. I taught him that. I instilled that into him, not his father. And they have the fucking audacity to sit there and say that I'm a fucking horrible mother. Are you fucking nuts? Any person with a fucking goddamn brain would sit there and say, well, hold on. Wait, let's slow down for a minute. Let's back this gravy train on up. What do you do for your kid? Because you do absolutely fucking nothing. You do absolutely fucking nothing. Not one fucking thing. But I'm a bad mother. I'm a bad fucking mother. I will get up sick as a dog, tired, whatever. I will take care of my fucking kid and I will show up every fucking time. Every fucking time. I'd go without so my kid could have what he wants. And I'm a bad mother? Me? Are you fucking are you fucking really thinking like clearly? What is wrong with you? Are you fucking like fucked up in the head? Do you have a fucking tumor? You know? And they all talk about me in front of Mason like that constantly. Now, trust and believe, I have dogged my ex-husband all up and down the street my whole entire, like, since we've been separated. I've never once done it in front of Mason. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. My friends will tell you the same thing. We all talk about my ex-husband, but we don't do it in front of Mason because I love my child. Mason has no respect for his father at all. He just really doesn't. And Mason actually stood up and he said he got in trouble because he told his dad, he goes, you know what? You're a liar. And he's like, my mom is the best mom in the world. You're a liar. Oh, God, it upsets me. Y'all, I'm crying a lot today. But he's like, you're a liar. My mom is the best mom in the whole entire world. And you're not a good dad. And Mason got his iPad taken away for like a day or for the rest of the night because he said that. And he told me that. I cussed my ex-husband out so bad, like on text when I got Mason back. Y'all, oh, I'm going to hell for the things that I said. Well, I mean, I don't think I'm going to hell, but I mean, honestly, and I know this sounds really shitty, but the best thing that my ex-husband could have ever done for me and Mason is to make me a widow. And I mean that with my whole chest. The whole chest. The whole chest. You know, I love my child more than I will ever hate anybody. And I protect my child's feelings because I'm a good mother. Who raised him, obviously not a good mom, just saying. Exactly. I'm a terrible mom. I'm horrible. I'm the scum of the earth. I know I need to sue Florida or something. Shit. Thank you, Lindsay. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's crazy. Let me scroll back to the comments. So if you make it So if you make it big and get more income than him, you will have to pay him child support. I don't know if they would make me pay him anything, but I mean, technically, could it be reversed? I guess so. But I have Mason 303 out of the days out of the year, and he only has him 62. And he didn't even want all 62. He didn't even want all 62. That's insanity and makes zero logical sense. I'm so sorry you're going through all of that. You know, Karma will get him though. Well, if Karma could hurry the fuck up and get him. Yeah, I know. Time to sue Florida. Yeah, Nat. He talks about me. They've always talked about me openly in front of him. And I've begged him to stop for 2 years. One time, even when I still lived in Orlando, he came over and dropped Mason off at my house, and I had Mason wait there. And I would never really put Mason in the middle or anything like that. And I had said to him, I said, please, please stop allowing your parents, your kids, and yourself to speak poorly about me in front of our child. And he's like, well, he's like, I can't control what other people say. I said, you can't, but you can control who you allow around our child. That is protecting our child. He goes, well, it's my parents. And I said, then tell your parents to shut the fuck up, or they can't be around our kid. And he goes, well, it's my mom and dad. I said, I don't give a fuck if it's the goddamn Pope. If you cannot respect my kid, you're not going to be around my fucking kid. And part of respecting our kid is respecting me as his mother. I would not have anyone around my kid if they were dogging my ex-husband in front of my kid. And that's not because I would disagree with what they're saying. It's because I respect my child, right? My child comes first. And he's a piece of shit. And so he looked at Mason and he's like, so your mom never talks bad about me in front of you? And he goes, she never has. And he just kind of like looked at me, and I said, I told you. And I told him right to his face, I said, I love Mason more than I'll ever hate any of you guys. And he still just couldn't, he couldn't, he does not protect our kid. He doesn't. Nicole, I can't stand when parents use their children like that. Amen. Let it out, Vanessa. Y'all, I could go on for hours about my ex-husband, guys. They don't realize what type of damage they are doing to their child. You know what? Honestly, they don't. But since my ex and I have been separated, I can't cover up my ex's piss poor parenting. Like when we were together, he was always a shitty dad. But when we were together, I could protect it. You know what I mean? For Mason's sake, I could protect it. But I couldn't do it anymore when we weren't together. And Mason really started, and he was old enough. He had just turned, or it was right before he turned 8 years old. And so he had really started noticing, like, wow, my dad's complete fucking garbage, you know? And even Mason, after we split up and stuff, even Mason, I think it was like the first night after my ex left our house, right? Because we had split up and then he had like left our house like a few weeks later. Excuse me. Oh, I need a drink. And we were the day that he vacated, he ransacked our house, like just took anything and everything he wanted, ransacked our house, all this kind of stuff. Like honestly, anything that I have now, the only thing that I have from when my ex-husband and I were together is my bedroom set, which is the bed, the dresser, the long dresser, and the tall dresser. I bought the matching nightstands when I moved up here, but that is literally like the only fucking thing that I have from when my ex-husband and I were together, and this laptop right here. And that was it. He either took everything or I ended up just replacing it all because I didn't want anything that we shared together. I got rid of everything. He took our son's bed. He took everything. Like literally like took our son's bed, his TV, everything. Took all of his stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, Chidi remembers. Chidi will tell you. I had one fucking pot. I had one pot and one pan. I can't make it up. Yeah, it was a mess. So he like ransacked our whole entire house, and I had, I still had Mason's clothes. He didn't take anything of Mason's at all as far as like clothes or toys. Like he took nothing of Mason's. Um And I was asking him like later or when he was leaving and he was taking his stuff, I said, "So you can take his bed, but you don't want any clothes or anything?" And he's like, "Well, I'll get my," he's like, "Well, I guess you could just send me some stuff." And I was like, "Okay, whatever." So, and he took Mason's TV out of his room, which was a 40-inch TV, right? It was a 40-inch TV. And um I was like, "You know what? Mason and we got in the car and we went clothing shopping, and we ended up going to Target. And I remember Target a lot of times has TVs that are on clearance, right? So I went over there and I found a 50-inch or 55-inch TV that was on sale for $98, because it was discontinued. And Target does that all the time. So if you guys are ever looking for a TV, always browse the clearance section of Target, because once they discontinue TVs, they clearance them out, right? So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna fucking buy that motherfucker, right? Because Mason at the time, he would always fall asleep to watching like Netflix and stuff like that, right? So I got him a TV, and I bought him clothes. I bought him new clothes, so he had enough clothes with me and over at his father's. I bought him a toothbrush for over at his father's house. I bought him all sorts of stuff because my ex-husband wouldn't think to do that. His mommy does everything for him. My ex-husband just turned 38, and his mommy still takes care of him. Yeah, his mommy still takes care of him. So Mason always slept in bed with me for a really long time until I was able to find I was on Facebook Marketplace. I don't mind buying things secondhand. I grew up super fucking poor, and I was on Facebook Marketplace and I found this bed that was from IKEA. And it's a twin bed, and it was on IKEA. And the lady said that she had bought it for her grandson, and the grandson um, ended up like moving away with her daughter. So she's like, he literally slept on it like twice. And she said, and then they moved away because the husband was in the military, and so he got sent somewhere else. And she's like, it comes with a brand new mattress, which was in plastic still. The mattress was in plastic because her grandson was like 7. And she said that he hadn't wet the bed in a really long time, but she kept the plastic on there just in case he did. And which she said he didn't. And she was getting rid of the twin bed, which was the same exact kind of style I was looking at from IKEA. She was getting rid of the bed and the frame and the mattress for $75. So Nick went and helped me pick it up at like 10 o'clock at fucking night down, and it was down the road from my house. When I tell y'all how heavy this was, thank God Nick helped me. So Nick and I went and picked this bed up, and so that's how Mason got a bed. Um, I I mean, I slowly was able to replace things and to fix things and stuff like that. And he still has that fucking bed, and it's in perfect fucking condition. Like, you know what I mean? Um, I I literally started over. Completely started over. But my ex is complete fucking trash. He's not only a horrible person, he's just a really horrible dad. And excuse me, I could at least like, I don't care if he hates me. I don't care if he treats me poorly. Um, but I could at least respect him and be okay if he was a good involved dad. And he's not. Okay, Lindsay. Well, I hope you have a good night. Um, yes, he took his bed, girl. He took his fucking bed. Oh, so when I went to Target and I bought him some clothes and stuff like that, and um I bought him that TV that I found on sale, right? And it was a 55-inch TV. So to be a bitch, afterwards, I when I got home, because I put it in the back of my car and stuff. When I got home, I carried the TV to the living room, and Mason took a picture in front of it with his thumb up like this, and you could see where it said 55-inch TV, blah, blah, blah. I took a picture of it and I sent it to my ex-husband. You know, that motherfucker, this is going to drive y'all crazy. That piece of shit, asshole, worthless scum of the fucking earth had the fucking audacity to tell me that I should give him that TV for his older kids, and Mason should have the 40-inch TV because he's smaller. He told me I should fucking give him that brand new TV for Mason that I just fucking bought. And I fucking went, ha 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 ha. I hope you guys all fucking go to hell. That is literally what I told him. I like to sit there and explain to him how much of a piece of shit he really is for even just thinking that would just go and out his, like, it wouldn't even register to him. It wouldn't even register to him. So I mean, this is how insane this guy is. When I tell you his nickname that I used to call him is King Selfish. Because I promise you, he is King Selfish. With his money, he's selfish with his time, especially when it comes to his kids or his family. He's selfish when it comes to like just anything. Anything. He could have a donut, right? He could have a donut. And like, you know, I remember one time Mason went up to him and he's like, "Oh, I want to try it." And he wouldn't even give him a little bite of his donut. I'm just like, I was looking at him and I said, "Give him a fucking bite of your donut." And he's like, "Well, this one's mine and it's the last one." And I was like, "I don't fucking care. Like, what is wrong with you? Like, your 4-year-old kid or 3-year-old baby walks up to you, Daddy, can I try that? Here, have the whole fucking thing, bud." Like, you know what I mean? Like, he can have whatever the fuck he wants of mine. I don't give a shit. You wouldn't even let him fucking bite your donut. And it was like an Oreo cookies and cream donut or whatever. So I was like, you know what? Okay. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. You don't want him to have your donut? That's okay. So I went and got dressed. I didn't say anything. I quietly picked up Mason and I was like, shh, we're gonna go somewhere. Shh. And so I picked him up and I went out to my car and I went to Dunkin' Donuts and I went to the store and I let Mason pick out 6 different fucking donuts that was just for him. And I came back to the house and he didn't even fucking know I was gone. He didn't even know I was gone. That's how oblivious he is because he only cares about his video games. So he puts his headphones on and he'd sit at the computer and he wouldn't hear nothing. He noticed nothing. And then he saw Mason at the table because he got up. He saw Mason at the table and he was eating a donut. And he was like, "Where did he get that?" And I said, "Oh, we were sitting here at the table." I said, "Oh, you mean these donuts?" And I opened up the box and he goes, "Oh, I want one." And I smacked his hand. I did. I don't give a fuck. I was like, "Hell the fuck no." I said, "These are Mason's donuts and you don't get to have one." And I was the biggest cunt in the whole entire world. He called me a cunt. He called me a whore. He called me all sorts of things. Like he would just name call me all the time, right? And he would do this right in front of Mason. So I put my hands over Mason's ears and I was just making silly faces at Mason and just going like this and just making Mason laugh and stuff and ignoring him. So Mason didn't have to hear his mother being verbally and emotionally and mentally abused. So he told me that I was fucked up that I did that and all this kind of stuff. And I was like, "Why?" I said, "You had your donut. These are Mason's." I was like, "You didn't want to share." Mason doesn't want to share. He doesn't want to share. And then the funny thing is that like Mason even offered him a donut like later that day. Because it was breakfast, right? So Mason offered him a donut later that day. He's like, "Daddy, I'll share my donut with you." He goes, "I don't." Mason shaded him too. Mason's like, he goes, "I know you don't like to share, but I'll share." And he's like, I don't want it. He goes, no, Mason, I don't want one of your stupid fucking donuts. And made Mason cry. Yeah. You made your like 3-year-old kid cry because you're a piece of shit. So he could literally choke and the world would be at peace. And that's how I feel about my ex-husband. That's how I feel about my ex-husband. That's just really how I feel about him. So, I do. Please tell me he didn't take the legal document. No, Nicole, he didn't even know where they are. I have all of Mason's like birth certificate. I have his hair. I have his teeth. I have like everything of Mason's when he was a baby because he wanted no part of it. He didn't care about that. He didn't care about Mason's things. He only cared. He didn't care about keepsake things. He didn't give a shit because he doesn't care about Mason. Oh my God, thank you to the dailies. Dustin, you are right. I'm so glad they're physically okay. Thank you, Dulcie. I appreciate it. We are too. I love Facebook Marketplace too, girl. I love Facebook Marketplace. I go on that thing all the time. Granted, I haven't really bought anything in a while, but I stay going on Facebook Marketplace, girl. Yeah, Nat, I'm telling you, he's horrible. If he wants a 50-inch TV, he can go buy one. Exactly. I need to teach you French curse words. Oh, that would be funny. Go mama go. Exactly. That's what I did. I went and bought him his own damn donuts. I know. He treats Mason like shit. He is the definition of a narcissist. Oh, completely. He's a narcissist. He's lazy. He's selfish. He's spoiled. Okay, so my ex-husband only cares about video games. That's all he cares about. So I was a stay-at-home mom until Mason was like halfway through kindergarten. And which is funny because when we had our mediation, that motherfucker tried to tell the mediator and my attorney that I was the breadwinner during our marriage. And I'm like, I started laughing. And my attorney's like, why are you laughing? I said, because her name's Karen. I said, Karen, I was a stay-at-home mom. Remember? She goes, oh my God, yeah, I remember that now. And then the mediator's like, really? And I was like, yeah, really. I was a stay-at-home mom. And I said, yeah, I was that breadwinner with that zero income. I was really the fucking breadwinner. That's how much of a lying piece of shit he is. I'm not kidding. He's like a fucking lying piece of shit. Like for real. And I hit the thing. So fuck, where was I going? Where was I going with this? Oh, okay. So we were a single income household, right? So you have to budget. You got to budget, right? I remember there were so many times where he wanted to buy like this brand new like $60-$80 video game and I'm like, listen, it's not on a budget this week. We can't do it. And he's like, this isn't fair. I don't ever get what I want. This is wrong and blah blah. And I was like, what? I was like, I said, I get absolutely fucking nothing. I don't do anything for me. And you're complaining like a child? And you know what he does? Anytime he didn't get what he wanted, he would call his mommy. He would call mommy. Mom, Vanessa won't let me buy this game. It was always Vanessa won't let me buy a game. And it wasn't, I mean, granted, she never inquired or anything. She goes, oh, here's my credit card number. Here, I'll buy it for you. I'll buy it for you. Here. Vanessa's horrible. Vanessa's evil. Vanessa's horrible. I was the bad guy all the time. I was public enemy number 1. I was most hated. His parents fucking hate my guts. But it was funny because they hated my guts, but I did everything for them too. Anytime they needed help, I was there. But I'm horrible. Scum of the earth here. Absolute trash. Yeah, exactly. What the hell is he 2? I used to call him a 4-year-old with chest hair. No, that's the true story. I would tell him you're a 4-year-old with chest hair. Um, yeah, he's absolute fucking trash. Absolute fucking trash. I can teach you some Cajun French cuss words. Hell yeah. I love cuss words, so I'm a big fan. My dad has been in and out of prison literally my whole life. Same. Well, my dad's passed away now, but same when I was younger. He's doing better, but he never calls me or checks on me. I let things get to me so bad. I hear you. I'm so sorry you had to go through that. Thank you. I appreciate it. Like, y'all, I was with that poor excuse for whatever for almost 10 years, right under 10 years. And honestly, like, I would have never stayed with him as long as I did if I didn't have a kid with him. But now I wish in hindsight that I would have left a long time prior. You know what's funny? Oh, I was going to tell you guys this too. Like, the day that my ex-husband moved out of our house, so I went and did all that shopping at Target, and then I went to Walmart too to see. And I always like to browse like the clearance sections first before I buy anything, just because I'm frugal. I grew up poor, guys. Like, I'm frugal as hell, and I um I bought him that TV, which it wasn't too expensive. So I was like, you know what? And I just gotten a bonus check for $400. And I spent all of $400 buying Mason that TV and like new clothes and some new shoes and stuff like that. And I sent some of the older clothes, not the new clothes, the older clothes to his dad's, which the older clothes are still in great condition. They were just a little older. So, because I'm not going to give him the brand new shit because he can fuck all the way off. And so Mason and I were sitting at dinner that night, and we went to Steak and Shake because Mason loves fucking Steak and Shake, and Steak and Shake is cheap as fuck. So I was like, okay, whatever. I can eat a burger. We could both eat for like $10 at Steak and Shake. So we were eating at Steak and Shake, and Mason said to me, I'll never forget. We were sitting there, and he's eating his French fries and his chicken tenders, and he said, "Mom, I want to tell you something." He goes, "But I don't want to hurt your feelings." And I said, okay. And Mason was 7 years old when we separated. And I said, okay, buddy. And he was we separated in September of 2019, like early September, like the first week. We, he left the house the first or second week of October. And then Mason turned 8 in December. Mason's birthday is December 29th. So so Mason was almost 8 years old, and Mason's always been very intelligent for his age, and he's observant. And for clothes, I go to the clearance section first. Amen, girl. My life is like a telenovela for sure. um so we were sitting there at Steak and Shake, and he goes, "I want to tell you something." He goes, "But don't be mad. I don't want to hurt your feelings." I said, I'm never mad at you, baby. Ever, 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 ever. Because I used to always tell him, I said, you can speak your mind, but there's ways to do it. You have to be respectful. I said, you want to be honest, but not hurtful. So I always try to teach him the difference. And because I'm a good mom, damn it. And so I said, okay. I said, you're never going to hurt my feelings, baby. What's up? And he said, well, he goes, I'm happy my dad's gone. And I said, why do you say that, May May? I always call him May May. May May's his nickname. I've always called him that since he was a baby. And I said, May May, why do you say that? And he goes, because my dad's not nice to you. And I said to him, I said, I said, no, he's really not. And he's like, he had said to me, he's like, my dad's not nice to you, and he's not nice to me, and I would rather be with you more. Um, he's and he wasn't wrong. And I said, well, I said, I will be a much happier me, a much happier Vanessa, and a much happier mom, now that he's not here. And he's like, good. And I was. I really was. And I didn't dread coming home. I used to drive home from work, and I would be bawling my eyes out crying because I was so miserable. I used to Okay, now I know not all of you will agree with this, so please, I don't want to make it a political issue or any sort of. Sorry, my eyes are irritating me. They're dry as shit. I don't want to make this any sort of like, issue because this is a sensitive subject. But in my personal life, I was raised around these. I am a fan and I have a concealed carry weapons permit. So I have a pew pew on me at all times. I always do. And my ex-husband does not carry because he's like scared of them. Um, but I am a very, very safe, responsible pew pew owner. I always have a pew pew on me at all times, even when I would go to work. And I was so miserable, so depressed, so hurt that I remember driving home from work and my purse would be in my passenger seat next to me with my pew pew in it. And I remember thinking to myself that I would rather hurt myself than go home. And the only thing that ever kept me from not doing that is Mason. Mason has saved my life so many times more than he would ever know. When my mom passed away, um, I had postpartum depression really bad. I I Mason was not even 6 months old yet, and my mom was battling cancer for years, and she passed away. And if it wasn't for Mason that gave me something to do, literally taking care of my baby gave me something to do. Um, I I don't know what I would have done. My husband would love you. Is it because of the pew pews? I'm a big fan of pew pews. I'm a big fan of the pew pews. Um, I know that's not for everybody. I know some people are very much against them. I know some people are for them. I know, pew pews. I mean, at the end of the day, and I please don't take this in the bad way, pew pews do not hurt people. It's the people that use them. They get into the wrong hands of people every day. And it takes good people with pew pews to counteract the bad people with pew pews. Um, so, but I just remember driving home and um, I remember driving home and thinking to myself how easy it would be to just hurt myself. And I hate admitting that. God, I'm gonna fucking cry again. Jesus. But I hate admitting that. And I never would because, I want to be around for my kid, but I wanted to do it because that's how miserable I was. Um, that's how much I was hurting. That's how much I didn't want to go home to this person. And when I found out that he was cheating on me for the second time, that just ended things. And him cheating on me was the best gift he ever fucking gave me. Him walking out that door was the best thing he ever fucking did for me, and I am so thankful. Other than him impregnating me, um, which, ugh, um, not the pregnancy, but him. Ugh. Um, I God, him cheating was the best thing he ever did to me. So thank you for that. Thank you for that gift. Um, yeah, I I was so miserable with him. And Mason was right, and I'll never forget that conversation at that steak and shake of him saying to me like I'm glad my dad's gone. And even then he would say, "Can I just be with you more? I don't really want to go to my dad's." And luckily for him, he never really asked for Mason all that much. Um, we live 3 hours away from Orlando, where they live. And I literally got written, notarized permission from my ex. Because I was allowed to move as long as I stayed in Florida anyway. I was allowed to move. But I never wanted that motherfucker to sit there and try to use it against me because I knew I was going to, take him to court afterwards probably. And I didn't want it to be an argument. Right. And so I got him to sign a notarized paper saying that he's perfectly okay with me moving to where I live. And it says the county I live in, which is Clay County, Florida. I'm not ashamed. I'm not scared to admit it. I live in Clay County, Florida. Um, and it was going to be a certain miles, like well over 100 miles away, or 200 miles away, or 100 miles away, and over 2.5 hours, right? And he signed it. He didn't care I was leaving with his kid. He didn't give a fuck. So when we were doing this custody battle, like afterwards, um, he used to always say like, "Oh, she needs to move back to Orlando. She needs to use my address for Mason's school and all that kind of stuff." And me and my attorney would just fucking laugh, and she'd be like, "No, absolutely not." She goes, "You signed a paper. You're okay with it." Do you know how many times he's come up here to see Mason? Do you know how many times? Let me tell you, it's zero. It's fucking zero. He works 5 days a week. Um, he works for the federal government. We used to work together. That's how we met. I used to work for the Department of Homeland Security. Yes, I am that bitch. Um, he works there. He makes really good money, and he makes triple of the income that he claims to make. And he doesn't want to pay any child support. So that's the only reason why he wants Mason, is because he doesn't want to pay anything. Um, you know, yeah. So anyway, that's my 50-minute tangent, literally. I think I'm looking at about 50 minutes now about my ex-husband. I know I'm not the only person that deals with this. I know I complain about it a lot. It just really fucking pisses me off, and I'm just over it. And I hope that that bastard like takes a long walk off of a fucking short pier. Literally. Literally. Oh, you guys want to know a really funny story too? So my dad passed away on February 13th of this year. And I had to change car insurances, right? So my car insurance goes, "Oh, I am a survivor, girl. I really am. I feel like I am. I've been through some shit." So my car insurance is like, "Oh, do you know such and such?" And I'm like, "That's my soon to be ex-husband." And he's like, "Well, he was in a car accident on February 13th of this year. It cost me an extra $12 a month for my car insurance because he was in a car accident." And I'm like, "I haven't been with him for over 2 years. Why the fuck does it cost me money?" And he's like, "You guys are associated with each other." I was like, "I don't fucking care. What bullshit is that? What kind of bullshit is that? What the fuck, Geico?" I don't fucking get it. Anyway, any fucking who. Um, the funny thing is I laughed and I told my friends, I said, I said, "My dad died on the same day." I said, "I think my dad tried to take him with him. I think my dad was trying to do us a solid." And he's like, honey, dad's leaving, but I'm going to take that fucker with me." Maybe my dad was trying to help me. Maybe my dad was trying to take him with him. Drag him to hell, Dad. I mean, fuck. You know? So I had a good little laugh with that. So I was like, man, maybe my dad was trying to do me a solid. Take him with him. I think there's a whole bunch of comments over here. I know that's kind of morbid and sounds really fucked up, but I promise I mean that in the most humorous, loving way. "My dog passed away last night. Can you channel for me, please?" Oh, Rue, I'm so sorry. I I don't think it's impossible for me to channel animals. I don't really do it. It's not impossible though, but I don't really do it. I know, girl, Nicole, I've been crying enough today. I'm so sorry for your loss though, for real. I'm so sorry, Rue. My cat's my baby. I get it. Um, I know, I'm glad I got away from him too. The question is, why does he think so little of Mason? Why does he love his oldest sons more instead of loving all his kids equally? I don't know. I don't know. And the really fucked up part is, like, even Nick will tell you, my two older stepkids, they are now, the oldest one's about to turn 19 in like a month, and the younger one is 16. And when I tell you that these are horrible fucking kids, like, horrible fucking kids, they've always been fucking horrible. They're disrespectful, they don't listen, they don't, I mean, these kids would steal. The younger one, the 16-year-old, he ripped the wings off of a bird. That's serial killer shit. Serial killer shit. And everyone thought it was okay. They're like, oh, he's just being a boy. I said, no, he's a fucking serial killer, and no one has a problem with it. He needs fucking help, but no one had a problem with it. Yes, he ripped the wings off of a fucking bird. This is the same kid that we could never allow markers around, because if there was a marker or an aerosol can, he would huff it. This is the same kid that you can't have your purse around because he would steal from you. It's the same kid that we had to lock knives up so he didn't have access to them because we didn't trust him with knives in the house. He would try to get people to play with matches in the house to set our house on fire. He tried to do that in his grandmother's house. They have not, neither one of them has passed a grade since sixth grade. But in the state of Florida, they have No Child Left Behind or whatever. I think they do that countrywide now. And they'll just keep passing them. So I don't know how the oldest one even graduated, to be perfectly honest with you. I have no fucking idea. But I know the other one isn't going to, the other one probably will graduate, but I don't know how he's going to graduate. Because when I went to school, you had to fucking earn your way to graduate. You don't have to do that anymore. The dumbing down of America is really sad. Our children are fucking doomed. Yeah, the older kids are absolutely fucking horrendous. They are fucking horrible. And I know I'll sound like an asshole for saying this, but they are pieces of shit, just like their dad, just like the rest of my ex-husband's family. They're fucking horrible excuses for fucking people. They are pure fucking trash. And they will be nothing more than leeches and burdens of society. And I don't know. I don't know. And they were always like this. They were always like this. And the funny thing is that my ex-in-laws think that those children are angels. They're angels. They're just angels, and they could do no wrong. My ex-husband or those two kids could murder children and puppies and babies. And my in-laws would be like, it was the puppy's fault. It was the baby's fault. They would never do anything. They're angels. They're wonderful. They're wonderful, you know? And you would sit there and be like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? Like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? And here is Mason, literally like a literal fucking angel from heaven itself. Like, he's just the most well-behaved, sweetest, nicest fucking anything of a kid. Like, I mean, just a fucking angel. And they treat him like fucking garbage. They treat him like fucking trash. Trash. Literally, they treat him worse than dog shit. But, you know, yeah. Yeah, that's what I deal with. That's what I deal with. That's what I deal with. Does she do free live readings because I am from India and I don't have any way to pay in dollars? Rue, I don't do free readings. But if you ever wanted to like book a reading, I have a booking link. And it has different payment options on there. I know PayPal is universal. So and you can pay with PayPal. So that is universal. Yeah, Mason is definitely too good for these people. Shame on them. Keep them away from Mason. Girl, I try. I try the best I can. Luckily, my ex-husband never really asked for Mason. So I don't know. He never really asked for them. But yep, that's my life. So it is 1 o'clock in the morning, and I know that I've been bitching about my ex-husband now for a very long time. I apologize, but I've been live for like almost 2 hours, and I know that I was coming on here planning on doing readings and stuff, but I really didn't get to it. Maybe that's a good thing that he doesn't see Mason. I agree with you 1,000,000% GD, like a million fucking percent. Um, if you guys get a minute and you feel ever so inclined, my Amazon wish list is pinned. I have some things for Mason's school, or well, Mason's class. His science teacher asked for some candies and some little small things. And I did add those to my Amazon wish list. So if you feel ever so inclined to help out, I would greatly appreciate it. I know Mason would greatly appreciate it. Um, I will add some more things on there for Mason and stuff like that because people have asked me to add more things to the Amazon wish list, especially since my birthday had passed and I was in Texas, but I never really added too much on there. Um, so if you feel inclined and you're able to help out Mason's school, I know that Mason and I would both appreciate it. Um, I wanted to come on and do readings. My heart just wasn't in it today, guys. And maybe I just need to talk and vent for a little while. But I love you guys all. Let me say goodbye to you guys on Facebook side first. I hope you guys all have a good night. And I will come live tomorrow and I will be doing readings tomorrow. I promise. Scouts Honor. Is it Scouts Honor? Is it this way? Or is it this way? I don't know. I promise. But I will see you guys later. And I hope you have a good night and sleep well. Bye. Okay. Yes, I hope you guys all have a good night too. I I don't know. I think my heart wasn't in it today, but I'll definitely come on live tomorrow, and I will definitely I will definitely do some readings tomorrow. During the arbitration meeting, you should have shown his I didn't he did not have to give it until afterwards. Um she did, but the he never turned in his pay stub, Dulcie, and we were in mediation, and technically it is her. She did contact his attorney constantly, and I was always CC'd on it, so I saw it. And she would tell him, like, Eric, your client hasn't turned in this. Eric, I still need this. Eric, blah, blah, blah. Eric. I mean, it was every fucking week. Every fucking week. Every fucking week. And his attorney would absolutely not communicate with my attorney whatsoever. The only way that she got his attorney to communicate with my attorney is because she started CCing the judge. And that is the only way that he actually responded to my attorney. And the pay stubs that he turned in were not real. They were not. And I knew that they weren't, but he didn't turn in his real pay stub until after. And then she's trying to get it modified, but his attorney again doesn't really respond to my attorney, and I can't afford another $3,500 to keep continuing to fight him on it. I can't afford it. My rent is really expensive, so I can't afford it. So I have to choose between paying my bills and my rent and making my car payment, or fighting him for money that I might get awarded to me, but then he's just not going to pay it anyway. So what's the sense? I've already learned my lesson. I paid $5,000 and I have nothing to show for it. So there's that. But anywho, I hope you guys all have a good night. Thank you guys for letting me vent and talk and being there for me and being my friend. And I will come online tomorrow and we will get back to our normal, regular readings and all sorts of fun. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. I hope you guys sleep well. You're kind to each other. Have a good night. And I hope you guys all have great days tomorrow. And I'll see you tomorrow. All right. Bye.